I'd like to introduce now John Phillips, who is going to introduce our Aristotle Dream Team Awards for 2011. Please welcome once again our sponsor and host, John Phillips.
Thanks very much, Whit. It's a pleasure to be here and welcome to the luncheon. I want to thank Whit and Angela and the AAPC board for making this possible. What a terrific job, terrific conference. Thank you very much. I'm going to be introducing Wayne Johnson, who will introduce the Student Poly Award winners. I see them at the table right there. I had a chance to chat with them. They look like good young people. One of the young men told me that his aspiration in life was to become a political consultant. I have some advice for you coming from myself and from Ed Rollins. Both of us have 15-year-old teenage daughters. Stay away from our daughters. My brother and I, Dean, started this company 30 years ago. I was a candidate for Congress in the 4th Congressional District of Connecticut, and Aristotle did not exist at that time. We ran up, we got some votes, but we also ran up a pretty big campaign debt. As a result, we figured out that the software that Dean had written to help manage this campaign in 1980 and 82 was actually might have some value to others, and we had some candidates from around the country who had called up who were then running in special elections who asked to buy it from us, and we figured this was a pretty good way to perhaps retire the campaign debt, and that's how we got into the software business. The Dream Team Award is really the brainchild of trying to think of not just who we've worked with over the years, but also who we would like to work with in the future. And one of the things that I've noticed when we get together with people who are in the business is when we think back on the most memorable campaigns we've been involved in, we think not so much of the candidate or the issues or even the nature of the race, but rather the political campaign professionals with whom we've had the pleasure of working. And there are many, many people in this room who fit that category. I remember in that first campaign, Mark Mellman was just out of Yale, and he was our pollster. As you can tell, he made so much money from that campaign he could retire after that. And the campaigns continued to buy this software from us anyway, and it turned out to be sort of a niche, which now it seems in the campaign business there are many specialties, many areas of expertise that really didn't exist 30 years ago. The Dream Team Awards, which will just rotate the names of the winners. These are people that were voted on by people like yourself who came to the website, nominated their colleagues and their friends, sometimes themselves, and then there was a general voting process, and we picked people in 12 different categories, one for a Democratic Dream Team, a Republican, and then a Global Dream Team. I just wanted to call out two individuals, really just starting with the first, who is on the top of the Democratic list. There were jokes earlier about candidate spouse nightmare stories, but I've been in campaigns, and we were fortunate enough to be involved in the campaign for Governor of California for Jerry Brown. And Ann Gust Brown, who is now the First Lady of California, was also the de facto campaign manager there. And she really was instrumental in the victory and was also voted on by those who came to the website as the #1 Democratic campaign manager for the Aristotle Dream Team. A few words from her husband at his acceptance speech. He called her the most important person of all, who really ran the whole show and kept me on track. In tribute to Ann, it takes a lot of courage and also some discipline to keep a candidate on message, especially when you're up against a $140 million barrage, and to stick to the decision to not use your resources early in the campaign because it's decided that you need those resources in the last 30 days of the election. So Ann is indicative of the people that are on the Dream Team, and I want to thank you for hosting us here today, and turn it now over to Wayne Johnson, who's going to introduce the students. Thank you very much.